Ladies and gentlemen, this is ProWSO from prowso.co.uk, and my topic today, which I'm going to be talking about, is Daniel Bryan. Why I'm going to be talking about Daniel Bryan? Because apparently his career may be over as such. Now, on Monday Night Raw on the 11th of May 2015, he came out and gave a little bit of a speech, and it was just like the same type of speech where he had to give up his WWE Championship, and this time it was to do with that he would have to give the Intercontinental Championship away, and that he just recently had an MRI done, and the doctors are quite saying that it could be over for him. He doesn't know what to do, doesn't know when to do, when he would be able to wrestle. It's all ambiguous at this stage. There's no set thing in stone, and it could essentially be over. Whether he needs surgery or whether he's just going to rehab his neck, that is still to be decided. The good thing about this situation is that he has vacated his title, and it is good in that respect that because he's had neck injuries in the past. He's had neck he's had neck surgeries in the past, and that was the thing that he actually had to give up the WWE Championship for, because he had to go and have a neck surgery. And sure, he came back and it was great while it lasted. And the unfortunate thing for Daniel Bryan is that he takes too many high bumps all the time. Unfortunately, he just takes it all the time. I mean, he's on a full-time schedule, and on Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, the house shows, etc., he takes full bumps. He should kind of, slow it down for certain matches, not slow it down for certain matches, for maybe pay-per-views. He should go hard, and for the Monday Night Raw and SmackDown he should tone it down, but unfortunately for him, he just has that passion, that drive, and he just needs to go full throttle, and it's cost him his livelihood, unfortunately for him. It's very sad, really. He takes such hard bumps. I mean, let's be honest. The White family, the one with the guy with the vest, the one who's got the droopy eyes, is not Eric Rowan. It's the other guy. I can't remember his name. But he was having a match with him, and he took these real hard bumps. I remember he took a backdrop from the top rope. I don't know whether it was with him, but he definitely took a backdrop off that guy, and took some kicks to the face by everybody, big time, and you could hear his head bounce, and they weren't bumps that you should be taking, especially not on Monday Night Raw or SmackDown. The worst part about it was with their matches as well. The other guys went too hard on Daniel Bryan, and Daniel Bryan kind of toned it a little bit just for them. And I don't think he knew that they were going too hard on him. It's sad. It's sad, unfortunately. Now, is it over for his career? Is this it? I mean, at present, it's good that he's taken time off. That's what I would say. It's good that he's taken time off because he needs his body to heal. I mean, it wasn't getting good, was it? I mean, like a couple of weeks back, he took a kick off Sheamus or something, and he busted him up wide open. Then he had to have stitches there. So he's clearly not healthy. He needs to take time off, and he needs to take care of his body. He needs to evaluate himself, his body, everything else, and kind of look at himself, and look at his body, his everything from a business standpoint, and gonna realize he is gonna have to tone it down. Otherwise, he's not gonna be able to do these matches. As far as I'm concerned, I mean, this is my opinion. I don't think he should do the night on night grind for 360 days a year. If he goes at that same pace, which is full force ahead, 200%, and goes doing it for 360 days a year, no, his body isn't gonna last. He's a human being. His bodies aren't designed for that. So if he is gonna carry on with that type of mentality, I wouldn't like to see him do the 360 days a year. I would like to see him do maybe a part-time schedule like Brock Lesnar does, where you see him on pay-per-views on certain events where he's there and he's having a great match, and when he's having a great match, he's going full throttle, non-stop ahead, and then after that take about 3 months off for a break or something like that. Or you could do what they did with Rob Van Dam, where he was doing it on a part-time schedule, where he was there for 3 months, and then I think he was 3 months off, and then he came back for 3 months, and then 3 months off. Or maybe he needs to do what Jericho does as well, where Jericho just does house shows. Either way, I do feel that he would, when he comes back, need to do a part-time schedule. I don't think this is good for him in a long-term wise. I mean, we can just look at Stone Cold Steve Austin when he had his neck injury, well, the one with Owen Hart. After that, he was out, but when he came back, he wasn't doing any matches. He wasn't doing any tough matches. He wasn't going hard. He was just basically grabbing guys, stunning them, screwing guys over, and doing kind of funny. Even when he was injured as well, he had the neck problem, but still he came back because he could just do a little things, because he couldn't obviously go 100%. So they kind of worked around him, and they put him on Raw, and he was just going around causing havoc. Where it kind of worked. It really did, because he didn't have to expose his body like that in terms of destroying it on a going too hard. And I feel Daniel Bryan needs to kind of do the same thing now, because I think it was about this age when Stone Cold started having them injuries as well, the neck injuries, and it just went kind of slowly downhill for Stone Cold. But I wouldn't say it went downhill, because Stone Cold knew how to adapt to the situation. He didn't overwork his body, and still you could actually watch all them segments and say, man, he went full throttle 100% of the time. But although he wasn't, because he didn't, he made the most of a situation. When he was on Raw, he didn't have 110% hardcore style of matches. He worked his gimmick in to the schedule of Raw, where he would just destroy someone, cause havoc, and boom, that was the end of the match, and that was the end of the segment. And even though it would have been about a 10-minute segment, that would have been it with Stone Cold, and it worked very well. I just hope he doesn't go down the Kurt Angle route. I mean, may God bless Kurt Angle for keep on going with his, with the passion that he does. He goes full throttle, but he does not look healthy in my regard. You may disagree, but if you go and look at Kurt Angle, his neck looks like a swollen thing on the parts of his head. It really does. It looks very swollen. And I would like Kurt Angle to just have one big match in WrestleMania and end his career, personally. But that's me, and you could you could have a listen to that segment on my channel. please, if you can. That'll be very much appreciated. But as far as Daniel Bryan is concerned, I do feel as though that part-time schedule is perfect for him because he would go over the top all the time. And if you want to see the best of Daniel Bryan, I think the part-time is the best for him. But if he did decide to do what he obviously wants to do, which is go 360 days a year wrestling, I would say he would have to tone it down, and I would say he'd have to have more talking sessions, more trash talking sessions, and more havoc sessions, just like Stone Cold did, and he would have to adapt to the situation, which is what Stone Cold did, and his career longevity would last a lot more. Personally, I think the first one is the best thing for him to do, and as far as the 360 days a year, I just don't think he's got that personality where he can tone it down. That's the unfortunate part about him. And if this is the last of Daniel Bryan's career, then good luck and God bless. Yep, Daniel Bryan. If it is, then I would like to see him do some maybe movies. Maybe he could be a part of The Hobbit. Joking, but you never know. He could do something kind of Lord of the Rings type, couldn't he? He's got that type of look on him as well. He could join something like that. He could do some movies and do some TV shows. I think he would be good. He's got personality on him. He's doing Tough Enough as well, which is good. I don't know whether he's going to be a coach or not. I don't know, but I thought it would be good to see. I think he could do a lot of programming that way. He could do a lot of behind the scenes stuff. He could do quite a bit, and he could even get his own podcast like all the other guys have as well. Like Jericho. Everybody has almost got Roddy Piper. Everybody's got him now, almost. All the people who have retired. But, yeah, I mean, he can do things outside this, and he's definitely established himself enough to do better. And I hope him all the best and wish him luck, It's been a tough few years for him, and good luck to him. So, what do you guys think? Do you guys think his career is over? I personally do not. I think he will be back maybe in a year's time or less, but I do not hope it's less, really. I hope it is the latter. I hope it's after a year when he gets proper healed. But when he does come back, I do hope he comes for a part-time schedule first, and then maybe if he decides to tone it down, then maybe come back to a full-time schedule. And in the full-time schedule, you can, tone it down and adapt to the actual Raw and SmackDown and cause havoc like Stone Cold did. That's what I would like him to do. I'm sure he will come back, really, but I do not hope he comes back too soon. Take some time off, let your neck heal. It's your neck you're talking about. You're not talking about your arm where, it's you can live without it. Possibly live without one. If you've got one, you can live without the other. But with your neck, no. If you get your neck damaged, you could get paralyzed,